This is Jarrod Horak, and this is my latest Kentucky Derby 2024 contenders video. And right now it's Saturday, April 27th. We're 1 week out from the Kentucky Derby, and we saw some big workouts earlier today. I'm going to discuss those workouts in this video. If you're going to be needing past performances for the Kentucky Oaks and Kentucky Derby days, you can find those past performances at todaysracingdigest.com. And then also they're going to be having their Oaks and Derby Day complete digests as well that are going to offer past performances, analysis, pace and speed ratings, performance ratings, jockey and trainer stats, and much more. So go on over to todaysracingdigest.com for more details. And then I'm going to be selling my annual Triple Crown Series full cards again this year. You can find those full cards at todaysracingdigest.com or at my personal website, therunawayhorse.com. Go over to my sales page there. You'll see my full card schedule. I'm going to be doing Kentucky Oaks Day full card, Kentucky Derby Day full card, Black Eyed Susan Day full card, day before the Preakness Day full card. Then I'm also going to be covering the 4-day Belmont Stakes Festival at Saratoga later this spring. So all those full cards I'm going to be covering for Triple Crown season. And if you want to hit on my website the Contact Me button and then send me an email if you're interested in checking out samples of my full cards for Triple Crown season, and then also some of the highlights and everything that I've had before. So if you haven't purchased from me, you want to see what you're getting, hit that Contact Me button, and I'll email you back, and I'll give you some of the samples and show you exactly what you're going to be getting for your money for these Triple Crown Series full cards. I've had a lot of success over the years. I've been doing these full cards online since the late 1990s. And now we're going to get into the workouts in this video. Now, we saw early this morning Catching Freedom working on the inside of Encino, his stablemate, in company, and they worked at the crack of dawn for trainer Brad Cox. And this was a lively workout of the opening quarter, 23.98, 36.03 for the 3 furlongs. 5 furlong, the official time, 59.44, and second best of 58 on the day. Now, the bullet for the 5 furlong distance went to Lemon Muffin from the D. Wayne Lucas barn, and she was fast early and slow late in her workout. But these two were really rolling right along. 6 furlong gallop out, 112.11, 7 furlongs, 126.51. So this was a nice workout, especially for Encino. Catching Freedom is not the greatest workhorse. He doesn't do his best work in the mornings. He does his best work in the afternoons. So Encino looked good in this work. He needed to have a good work to run in the Kentucky Derby. And after this workout, trainer Brad Cox says that he will run in the 2024 Kentucky Derby, and his jockey will be Axel Concepcion. He won the Champion Apprentice Award in 2023. He's a 19-year-old young rider, and he teamed up with Brad Cox earlier this week at Keeneland to win the Grade 3 Bewitched Stakes aboard Chop Chop at 1.5 miles on turf. So Axel Concepcion has experience with Encino. He's ridden that one before, and I would expect that Encino is going to be a pace factor in the Derby. Off of his last race in the Lexington Stakes a few weeks ago, he went wire to wire, and then this work was pretty quick, and he's one that has some speed. Catching Freedom, more of a mid-pack type if the pace is a bit slower, or he'll come from further back under Flavien Prat if the pace is a bit quicker. Now, the next duo I will talk about, Sierra Leone working on the inside of Domestic Product, his stablemate for trainer Chad Brown. This was a much more controlled work. The trainer, Encino, they wanted to have a nice work to see how much energy he had after just running a few weeks ago. Sierra Leone has plenty of bottom to him. He's already won 2 races at 1 mile and an 8 this year, plenty of workouts, and he had a big workout with a big gallop out at Keeneland last weekend, so they didn't want to do that much with him here. Also, for trainer Chad Brown, a few years ago, he had Zandon, who had a big final work at Churchill Downs prior to finishing 3rd in the Kentucky Derby. So I think Chad Brown thought that maybe he did a bit too much with Zandon that year, and he wasn't going to make that mistake with Sierra Leone. He knows that this horse has a ton of stamina. He's already a 2-time graded winner and a Grade 1 winner. He's got a good late kick, and they didn't want to do too much here and leave his race in the workouts. So they went in opening quarter in 25.24, much slower than Encino and Catching Freedom's 23.98. 3 furlongs in 36.52, 5 furlongs in 1:31, and then galloping out 6 furlongs in 1:12.87. Now, I know I've been reading online that Domestic Product got a lot of rave reviews for this work, but he's one that's always a good workhorse. Now, he's Well, earlier this year, he was second in the Holy Bull. He didn't get any pace help, and he rallied for the place there. And then he didn't get any pace help either in that Grade 3 Tampa Bay Derby that he won last time, and he stalked those slow fractions and just was able to outfinish the rest. So Chad Brown would like to see him in mid-pack in the Kentucky Derby, Sierra Leone coming from further back. But domestic product, he had bullet workouts on March 30th and April 13th, third best of 61 on April 6th, and then third best of 37 on April 20th. So you can see that he typically works fast. Sierra Leone is not a fast workhorse. He's more of a controlled workhorse. And Chad Brown didn't want to do too much here. He wanted them to stay together, not have a super strong gallop out, and just save something for the Kentucky Derby. So it was mission accomplished. They both looked good in this workout. And Sierra Leone, a solid win contender, the second choice most likely in the wagering. And then domestic product could be a live long shot. And domestic product was in my live long shots video that I did earlier this week. You can check that out on my YouTube channel if you haven't seen that one yet. Now the next duo, Dornoch and Society Man, and they were working fast early. As I mentioned, Encino went 23.98. They went 22.94, 47.03 to the half, 59.58, galloping out 112.87. As I said, this was a fast early work. Dornoch is a horse that likes to be forwardly placed for trainer Danny Gargan, and he should impact the pace in the Kentucky Derby. Society Man in the Kentucky Derby, as I mentioned earlier this week, will be ridden by Frankie Dettori. Mystik Dan, he worked in company with a recent maiden winner, and their fractions were 36.19, a minute .87 for the 5 furlongs, going out 113.89. Mystik Dan, more of a maintenance move here. He had more of his serious work earlier on. West Saratoga, another one just in maintenance mode. This one went 37.78 seconds for 3 furlongs, half-mile workout in 50.78. Very easy move here. So we mentioned that Encino is in the Kentucky Derby, and then endlessly, after his workout earlier this week, his trainer Michael McCarthy has confirmed that he will be running in the Kentucky Derby. And for endlessly, this will be his first start on dirt. He's done all of his damage on all-weather ground, where he won the Grade 3 Jeff Ruby Stakes last time out to qualify for the Kentucky Derby. And then he was a turf route stakes winner as a 2-year-old. So he's done well on turf. He's done well on all-weather ground, and now we'll have to see how he does on regular dirt. Now, he's had 4 workouts at Churchill Downs. His first 3 workouts were just average, and then his last workout was much better. So he looked better, and they're going to take a shot in the Kentucky Derby. Just looking at his action in those workouts, he really does look like a turf horse. He has more of a high action, and he's going to have to move up if he's going to threaten for the win in the Kentucky Derby. But he's one that certainly has some ability. He likes to win races. Now, right now on the bubble, sitting on the also eligible list, Epic Ride, Seize the Gray, and Mugatu. So those are the 3 horses that could end up being also eligibles when they draw the Kentucky Derby later tonight. And I'm going to come back after the post position draw. I'm going to talk about the post positions and if anything is worth talking about in there, if any of the horses drew poorly or had good draws, and just kind of see how the pace is going to play out based on the post position draw. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you like this horse racing content. Again, I'll see you later tonight with the post position draw video after they draw those post positions for the 2024 Kentucky Derby. And until I see you next time, good luck at the races.